So the Batwoman TV series on the CW has officially gone to pilot, and this is something we've been waiting for a while. After the initial announcement that Kate Kane will be showing up in the Elseworlds crossover, and then the following announcement of her receiving her own TV series over on the CW, we've been wondering when it is going to be announced that she's going to be receiving her pilot debut, and potentially when it's going to be going to series. Well, we now know, thanks to the CW, that a pilot has been officially greenlit over at the CW. So what does this mean? Well, if you don't know, if it's being sent to pilot, what that essentially means is the production crew at the CW are being able to go ahead and shoot and do the pilot for the Batwoman series, and this pilot will then be used to show the executives at the CW that this show is cool, this show is awesome, and this show is going to be something that you want to put on air, and this is something that will be successful and very beneficial to you. So it's basically like a test. It's basically like them saying, this is what we're going to do, this is the idea, this is the pitch, here's an episode to demonstrate what we're going to do, and here it is. And then once they get that, then they'll be able to be greenlit and given the go-ahead for a full series. And that's, if and when that happens, which I'm pretty sure it will. But it's cool that they're actually going ahead with this, and the fact that the pilot is officially being announced, especially this early on. And if all things go to plan, it looks like we could be seeing the full series beginning to film in April. And we already know the director. He worked on Game of Thrones, and that is a big ringing endorsement if ever I've heard one. I mean, obviously getting someone like Game of Thrones, getting their directors, is definitely a big push for this series, and I think getting someone like that high caliber, someone who's worked on one of the biggest TV shows in the history of the world, is definitely a good thing, and definitely something that is going to be able to give a lot of credit to this, and hopefully that means that this will be one of the best directed shows we have seen so far in the Arrowverse. So when will Batwoman officially go to full series? Well, like I say, if all things go to plan, it seems like we could be seeing the full series officially being shot in April, which will basically align it for maybe the 2019 season, maybe the 2019 mid-season, which would be January, which is what we're coming up to now for the 2018 season, or if it really wants to stretch it out, it could be extended back to the 2020 season. So there's a lot of possibilities, they have a lot of wiggle room, and there's a lot they can do, and I personally feel like the 2019 season is probably the best bet, and we could see it showing up there. So that means it would come alongside things like The Flash Season 6, Supergirl Season 5, Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 if it gets there, Arrow Season 8, and it will come in with that season. So, like I say, we could be seeing the full series as early as October of 2019, which is a pretty quick turnaround when you think about it. So, am I excited about the Batwoman series? Well, personally, I was not the biggest fan of Batwoman in the Elseworlds crossover, mainly because I think Ruby Rose is a pretty weak performer, and I don't think she was very good in that role. In terms of the physicality, I really liked Batwoman, I really liked her suit design, I really liked her in the scene in Arkham taking on all the prisoners. That was cool. But when it comes down to Kate Kane and Ruby Rose and her performance, I think there's a lot of issues there, and that could cause a big problem for this series, given the fact that she will be the lead actress. However, I've said this before and I'll say it again, Stephen Amell wasn't exactly the greatest actor when he first started showing up on Arrow, and look at what he's grown into now. Arrow was really the making of Stephen Amell as an actor, and I'm really hoping that this is the same for Ruby Rose, because Ruby Rose has never been the lead of anything before, so given the fact that she's now going to be provided with this responsibility and provided with this opportunity to grow and develop as an actress, I have all the faith in the world for her that she will be able to go ahead and do that and prove me wrong, that she is indeed very deserving of being a leading actress and being Kate Kane, and I really hope she can do that, because like I say, Stephen Amell, the Arrow was the making of him, and I really hope Batwoman is the making of Ruby Rose. But what do you guys think about this news? Make sure you tell me your thoughts, and make sure you discuss it in the comments down below, and thank you for tuning in to DC Central, and stay tuned for much more.